Welcome to Jmo with Josh and Joe. I'm here with Joe as always, and then we got special guest Chris Nehrbas. What's up, dude?
Woo! What's up, boys? How you doing?
Not shit, man. Just chilling, dude. Chris Nehrbas is the commissioner for our fantasy league, and he did a stellar job last time. We had a few curveballs being thrown in with we had FAAB that was not that we don't usually use, which I think was awesome. Great call on your
so much fun.
Yeah, no, that was good. Yeah, we got Chris coming in to talk with us on our normal little show here. We're gonna do a little bit of NFL. We're gonna do some free agency, then we're gonna go into Chris has a top 10 quarterbacks in the draft list. Top 5. Okay, never mind. Top 5. Which is gonna be difficult because just this crop of quarterbacks is fun. We'll call it fun to be a little more positive. Then we'll go into NBA, and then a little bit of March Madness. But Chris, I want to start. Please tell me what you think about Mitchell Trubisky going to the Steelers. Chris Nehrbas.
I am thrilled about it. I'm a diehard Steeler fan, and I think it was a great move because honestly, he was the best free quarterback option on the market. And when I say like free quarterback, I mean like a guy that you are not paying anything close to anything, half of top dollar. So I would say maybe the cutoff is like Jameis Winston. He got 21 million, a little rich for my blood, but he has some familiarity there. And I mean, he's not bad. I wouldn't argue with you. He might be better than Mitch. So that down, I would say, are the free quarterback options. You had Mitch Trubisky, you had Jameis Winston, Tyrod Taylor. You have all these quarterbacks that are signing on the cheap, these free quarterbacks. And to me, I just thought Mitch had the highest upside. And it's perfect because it's a bridge. There's no expectations. We're not going to burn the city down if we don't get a Super Bowl. It's Mitch Trubisky. If he does something great, awesome. And we have the ability to maybe trade up for one of these quarterbacks, maybe draft a quarterback and then not be awkward and it work out as a bridge system. So I think it's a great move. I think that we could definitely make the playoffs. I think we can be competitive, and I'm excited for it for sure.
Cool.
He's better than Mason. Did not want to see Mason. So that's another.
Yeah.
He's not Mason Rudolph.
That's true. All right. Well, that's good. Okay. So that was your take after you had time to think about it. When you saw that notification on your phone, when you saw Reddit that you were getting Mitchell Trubisky, I want to know your knee-jerk reaction. What was your instant just reaction to seeing the news?
Dopamine. Just, oh my gosh, something happened, and it's the Steelers, and it's free agency. What? This is crazy. And there was tons of reports, and there's still reports because Pittsburgh is crazy and all this quarterback chaos. I mean, there's reports we want Baker now. Like, stop it. Like, calm down. There's so much garbage being thrown out about the quarterbacks. For it to just be like resolved very fast was like, okay, this is cool. Like, now we don't have to worry about like Deshaun Watson this and blah 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 that. What are we gonna do? And Mason Rudolph workout videos. Like, please no.
Oh man.
I just dopamine release instantly to see a team that I loved and grew up watching that is rarely active do something like on day one. And there were reports that it was going to happen. So I was kind of already like expecting it. And the reports that I heard were people that actually know what's going on instead of people that are talking about Baker coming in and shit. So I was like, this could happen. And honestly, I'm all about it. He's mobile. He took the Bears to the playoffs his rookie year. And Matt Nagy was trying to cater an offense not even close to what the guy does well.
I'm with you. I liked it. Like, if my knee-jerk reaction was, oh my God, the Steelers are gonna suck. I'll admit it. I don't know how you felt. I was like, this is gonna suck. And then I thought about it. I'm like, wait a minute. This guy took, like you said, a Matt Nagy coached Chicago Bears team to the playoffs. The fucking playoffs, man. So I don't know. What do you think? You think it was a good move?
I think so. I mean, like you said, it's very low risk, high reward, especially the amount of money you're putting into it. You can definitely put weapons around him, and you're not handicapping yourself just on
Yeah.
based off of his performance. You know, if you want to go a different direction in another year, yeah. I mean, I think I liked it. I again, like last episode, I said I think it was a big product of Chicago sucking that he gets another chance like this, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, dude.
And it's funny you say that too, just real quick. The like experiment of taking these young rookies that were on shitty teams hasn't actually worked out. Like Sam Darnold, right? He gets a new chance. Totally not a good idea, right? And I think again, I can't think of it right now. But I mean, it's happening to Baker, as we speak. So I feel like there's these new quarterback trends where it's like the Tom Brady, the Matt Stafford trend, where they're old and they come and they win a Super Bowl. And now like there's this trend where like, oh, that guy got drafted before Mahomes and Watson at complete utter dysfunction. Let's see if he'll work here. Or Darnold went to the Jets. Maybe it was just the Jets. Let's see if it works here. So that kind of worries me a little bit, but also there's no expectations. Like with the Panthers, they had to have Darnold. Like they gave him everything. Like it was like, you're the hero. And for us, it's like, nah, Mitch, it's this. So sorry, that's all.
I think with the Baker thing last year, he shouldn't have played. I think that was the Cleveland Browns organization problem there.
Probably.
Y'all also got Miles Jack, which I was excited about. Dude, that's huge for
Love that.
And
we have a huge need for linebacker too. It wasn't just like, we got a good guy.
Yeah.
It also filled a huge hole in our roster, which obviously gives us like draft flexibility, which the Steelers are so good at drafting. And I love it. So blessed.
Oh, y'all, whatever, dude. City of champions. I'll admit it. Yeah. All right. Well, one thing I wanted to talk to you about, Joe. So last week we talked about J.D. McKissick like he went from Washington to the Bills, and then he flip-flopped. He flip-flopped. He did.
Flip-flopped.
Yeah, he did the fake out, the Frank Reynolds fake out.
Yeah.
How does that happen? Like, did he not sign the contract or something? Like, what was going on?
There was a mishap on that front where I forgot exactly what it was, but basically, just like last minute, just was like, okay, you know what?
Fake out.
I'm heading back.
So, and Zadarius Smith did the same thing with the Ravens.
Oh yeah, he's at the Ravens now. I mean, I think he's more injury prone, which is.
He went to the Vikings though for like the same money.
Oh, he did. Oh, that's right.
Or I think they paid him a little bit more. But he used to play for the Ravens, and then he's on the Packers, killing it, cap casualty. So that's like he's signing with the Ravens. Here's the terms, and then because there's that legal tampering period with the NFL, you get all these deals that are made but not signed paper yet. Mm-hmm. And so, like with all deals, there's some shiesty boys coming around being like, "Oh, wink, wink." Like, by the way, was it Randy Gregory? If you get fined, all your guarantees go away. Just a fine.
Yeah, we talked about Randy Gregory last week. Yeah, that was. I want to know.
So his is different
behind the scenes.
But it's hard to figure that out and get that intel. I mean, it's Mike Florio has a book called Playmakers, and it's literally a book about like stuff like this that never get reported over like a span of like 20 years. So you hear like all these about all these stories that you remember reading, and you're like, holy shit, like this is awesome. Like I wish they could have that for stuff right now. Why do we have to wait for some guy to throw a book out,
We really need to push the producers of Hard Knocks on this.
Dude, yeah, let's like you ever seen Ballers with the Rock?
Yep, love that show.
Yeah, dude, that's the gritty details that I love.
Yeah, man.
I love that shit. So I love that show too. Well, good. We talked about. I had Zadarius Smith on here. One thing I got to talk about your boy Joe Hayden. He's done. He's out. I mean, he's old. Yeah. He was old, but I don't know. What do you think about it?
It was cool because I love that he came from the Browns. Always a great cornerback, and not only that, but for as great as we are at drafting receivers, we're equally as bad as drafting corners. Oh. We suck. We drafted Artie Burns, okay? In the first round. Like, we cannot draft corners to save our lives. So for Hayden to come in on the cheap when he could have definitely got money leaving the Browns, that was great.
Mhm.
And now gone, we signed Levi Wallace, who was the number 2 cornerback with the Buffalo Bills.
Yep.
And then when Davis White, who's an all-pro stud, he got hurt, he became the number 1, and they didn't even really change their defense much. They put him on islands. They basically were like, all right, you just do what Trey Davis White does. And he actually held it down.
Yeah.
So, he took a cheap contract. He's 27. Joe Hayden's like 31, 32. He plays just like Joe. He's good understanding of coverages and is a very good tackler. Joe Hayden was a great tackler and extremely brilliant, between the ears. And so I feel like it sucks that he's gone, but we just basically went to like the lab and got like a younger Joe Hayden from Buffalo and inserted him in on a cheaper contract. So I'm really excited about that.
Pittsburgh's genius at that though. That's why like I think you can pay for Super Bowls, but you build dynasties. Like you have to build the dynasty. You can't just pay for a dynasty, And I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are beautiful at building.
And it's cool, real quick. Cam Hayward is the nose tackle. You guys know him, all pro, very, very good player, underrated, just a baller. Apparently, he recruited Miles Jack. He recruited, I want to say maybe even Levi Wallace, because they were at the Pro Bowl and stuff. So this Cam Hayward is literally part GM of the Steelers and is a big reason why Miles Jack and these other ballers are coming in just a little bit less, because they're like, well, shit, man, I'm going to ball with Minka, with Cam Hayward. They got TJ Watt. Mike Tomlin is the coolest fucking coach in the world. Pittsburgh's awesome. All right, fuck it, and
yeah, I think an underrated thing about signing some guys like that is especially LeBron James obviously is the king of this, but their recruiting ability. You pay a guy to play football. Not only does he play football, he's a bro. You're hiring bros. You just yo, come play with us, bro. Look at the
we're gonna be nasty.
Yeah, we're gonna be dub. We're gonna go and fuck some hookers later on after the game after we get the dub. That's it. And then if you're James Winston, you eat the dub and then forget to eat out the pussy. I don't know. It is really, you're hiring them, you're paying them one salary to do 2 different positions. I love it.
Perfect.
But okay, we got to talk about the big news. Because you're gonna have to play them twice a year. Watson to the Browns.
Yep, huge.
I wish you would have asked me how I felt when I read that.
Go off, King.
I get the notification and it was like a gut punch. It was like a no, what? You were waiting to get a deal at work and then they're just turned that, because all the reports came out that the Browns were off. And I have a group chat with my 2 homies, Albert and John Macri, diehard Steeler fans. I'm sending update after update. Browns are off the list. It's between the Falcons and the Panthers. And then just like how we were talking earlier, or Saints, yeah, thank you. And just how we were talking about earlier, how do deals die? Well, the Saints were well, at the 11th hour, Deshaun was like, oh, by the way, I need $230 million guaranteed for 5 years. Saints were like, whoa, I thought we were contract.
Yeah,
can't do that. So then Cleveland, who was crossed off the list, next day, boom, he goes to Cleveland and he's got $230 million guarantees. So when I saw the guarantees, I was like, all right, now this is good because it's 5 years guaranteed. There's still a lot in the air. It's the Browns. They'll probably fuck it up. It's just kind of it's a weird match. It's just weird. I just didn't think it would happen. He would have been so much better in a Falcons uniform, in a Saints uniform. He would have been so good for the NFC, and instead he joined the loaded AFC for the Browns.
I think you got to take on this too. You had some information on
some
Deshaun Watson news.
Yeah, no, I mean it's big time trade. What was it? There was 3 first rounders that they had to give up, a 3rd rounder in 23 and a 4th rounder in 24, and then they get Watson and not another pick until the 5th round of 24. So, but yeah, no, it was just funny. My kind of initial take on it was, that you start thinking of all the, we've kind of, this has been always a reoccurring topic of us of like what the punishments are for the, the NFL basically.
Oh yeah.
If you beat your wife, you get 4 games like for Ray Rice, if you gamble, you get a whole year.
A whole year.
Even if you're not playing.
Right.
And if you got 22 civil cases, you go to the Browns.
And the executives that own football teams can start and invest in gambling companies, but the players can't.
Exactly. Yeah. No, that's a whole other issue. I do love the judge's rule. Like, okay, so we're not going to actually punish you with jail, but we're going to punish you by sending you to the Browns. Got it. That's how we're going to punish you. Okay.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So I feel bad for Baker, but it is what it is. They paid Deshaun so much money. I think he's gonna ball out in Cleveland. I'm sorry. I think he's gonna ball out. That's my initial take. I think like they have a very, very good defense. They have great running backs. They just traded for Amari Cooper. Granted, they did get rid of Juice, but Amari Cooper is insane.
That's an upgrade.
I agree. So yeah, I think he's gonna ball out, unfortunately, for that division. But
I think
the Steelers are
right.
making moves. The Bengals, they got Lyle Collins and 2 other really good offensive linemen for Joe Burrow. And the Ravens been making low-key moves too. Like they've had a couple additions and
they still got Lamar, dude. He's a game breaker.
Yeah. Dude, and the crazy thing is, like, the AFC North is the 2nd best division in the AFC. They're not even the best division. That's how
it's not even debatable.
No, it's a good segue to my next free agent, Chandler Jones, to the Raiders. That was a new one, and obviously the big news. We didn't talk about it last week, did we?
No.
The Devontae Adams. We didn't talk about it. So I know it was a while ago, but we do the shows once a week.
Cool.
Yeah, Devontae Adams to the Raiders.
That was shocking. That I did not see coming at all. When Aaron signed, I was like, all right, Adams is next. Like, they'll get him because cap, dude, it's like fake. Like, you got the Saints were like what 50 million over, and now you guys have like 80 million.
Yeah, you're right. We made up like $80 million in cap space.
Exactly.
Within a month. A month. Like
that.
The cap doesn't. That's what Joe and I talk about all the time. The cap
doesn't exist.
The cap. It's a fugazi. It's a fugazi.
It's not real. Not even real.
Not fucking real.
But for them to, it makes me just wonder about Aaron Rodgers and how he felt about it. Did he sign thinking he had to know, like.
Well, I think what Joe and I discussed last week, I think what fucked it up was Christian Kirk. I truly do believe that Christian Kirk's contract really fucked things up for Green Bay. Just because he was insanely overpaid, and it was $20 million a year. $20 million. So I think Green Bay got kind of backed into a corner, and they had to make some rash move. But,
and it's crazy because DeAndre Hopkins was making like 24, 26 million. And like, even when that happened, everyone kind of agreed like, okay, well, that's just DeAndre Hopkins. That's an outlier. Like, that's not going to happen again. And then there were like new signings, and people were like under D Hops, like nobody was leapfrogging D Hop. And then all of a sudden, like the Christian Kirk thing came down, and you're like, whoa. Like I thought DeAndre was the exception, not the rule. But now it's like, no, he's the rule.
Yeah.
And now Adams getting 28 million. Crazy.
Yeah.
Woo! And he's worth it, and he's the best wide receiver in the game. So
you think so?
Yeah, I mean, he's better.
Yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you.
I can't imagine it trying to argue someone's better than Devontae Adams right now. And I mean, he was like what 60% of the Packers offense. So,
and here's the thing, like the one argument I've heard against that is he's like he has Aaron Rodgers throwing him the ball. It doesn't matter. He catches everything. Like I'm talking everything. And then when he gets space like no other receiver, and that's not Aaron Rodgers, that's him. When you get space away from a cornerback or a DB or a linebacker, that's the receiver. That's not Aaron Rodgers. And he's the best.
And he's so smart. He understands coverages. He knows where to go. And I mean, he's reunited with Derek Carr. They were freaking college roommates. They're going to have it down pat. They're neighbors now. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, no, I was actually, that brings me up to my point. I think there's a new trend that's being set, and it was set last year as far as, old college quarterbacks reuniting with their wide receivers. You had Burrow and Jamar Chase was the one that started it. And then in that same draft class, Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith and Tua Tagovailoa and Jalen Waddle. So I think it's the new trend right now is reunite with the college quarterback. Don't mess up the chemistry.
It's
all of them.
Huh?
All of them are working. Like they're all working. Jalen Waddle, hell of a year. Jamar Chase definitely working. And I mean, Devontae Smith kind of hurt, but he's still he's not looking like Jalen Reagor. Like he's good.
Yeah.
Why do you think Tom Brady's working out with Julian Edelman right now? It's a chemistry thing. It really is.
Yep.
And I think
that video was really trippy. He always does some weird video like that every offseason.
I know. He's are you gonna pick him? Are you gonna pick him with your second round?
Probably. Probably.
Dude, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. If you don't pick him so fucking early, I might actually draft him. Like he might be.
He was the third highest scoring quarterback. Like,
bro, he was in talks for the MVP. He was like runner up for the MVP. I thought he should have gotten the MVP.
I would have won the championship if he didn't get shut the fuck out by the Saints.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what
that hurt.
That's why, like,
that hurt so bad.
When we got the news that he was coming back, we were actually kind of happy.
Yeah,
like that's
very much happy.
That's 2 dubs right there.
2 dubs right there.
No big deal. Okay. Let's move on. We got a couple more things to cover. Joe, Von Miller's contract.
Holy shit.
We haven't talked about the contract yet. I want to get your take, and then I'm gonna give you my take.
Yeah, no, honestly, that gave me hope. I honestly was thinking about going for a tryout. I mean, if he's 32 years old and he's getting 120 mil 6-year contracts, hey, it's not too late for me right now.
Yeah, what do you got to lose?
What do I have to lose on that one? Yeah, no, I definitely was. That was probably the biggest reaction whenever I looked at that notification. Well, that would drew the biggest reaction. I was like, wow, wait, are you serious? I mean, I love Von Miller. I think he's a great player and all, but I mean, he's on the wrong side of 30 right now. I mean, yeah, he played good last year, but I mean, who's not going to play good with his talent level and playing alongside Aaron Donald? Like, so I think you could have maybe put that deal for like a 2 to 3 year deal, but a 6-year deal, I don't know. I think they might have just done that to be flashy, but who knows? You know what? Maybe 2 years down the road they just restructure his contract and create $50 million in cap space.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm with you, Joe. I was like, "Are you fucking serious? Like, what in the what?" Yeah. And it's funny because I mean, he disappeared in Denver, and then he went and played with Aaron Donald and crushed it. I mean, he had a great second half of the season. As soon as he came on board, it was like the old Von Miller for sure. But the Aaron Donald effect is extremely, extremely real. And there was a stat I saw on Reddit. I wish I would have saved it, but it was like it showed like one of these players that was like kind of like probably a practice squad player, but it showed his stats because he played with Aaron Donald, how like good he was. And then he went to a different team, and then it like his stats came way down, and it was like the Aaron Donald effect, like just so clear on how good he is and how dominant and how literally every game planner is like, what's the plan for AD? Except for Urban Meyer, apparently. But he's a beast. And I mean, good for Von Miller for getting paid, and fuck Denver. I kind of am rooting against Denver and Russell Wilson, which is interesting because I've always loved Russell Wilson, but I love to hate as much as I love to love when I watch football. Like, loving your team doing well is so fun in football, but also having an enemy and watching that enemy not do well is like equally as fun. Like, and it used to be Tom Brady, but that was too painful because he never did terrible. So you just gave up. And, with all this quarterback movement, like I like Matt Ryan. I've always liked him and all that. And everyone's in the AFC, so it's like easy to hate. But Russell Wilson, I'd love for it to go bad. I hope they draft my number one quarterback and just him be a phenom, which I think he would be if he did go to Seattle.
Yeah, that's been my take since he went to Denver. I don't think he's going to do well. I don't think Denver's going to do well. I think they're going to be in the bottom half of that division, not the top half like everybody thinks. Thank you.
Yeah. And then they signed Von Miller to that, and you're like, yes. It's being built on solid ground. It's getting higher and higher, and eventually it's just gonna crash and burn, baby. I hope.
One real quick, what's your take on? We got Jameis back. We're Saints fans, as you know, but everybody else, we're Saints fans. We got Jameis back. Yep. What knee-jerk reaction?
Famous Jameis is ready to win some more games for Nola.
That was so smooth.
Nice.
Love it.
Okay. So like what happened with me was I initially, when we were going for Deshaun, I was all on board with Deshaun. I kicked Jameis to the curb and I was like, let's go Deshaun. And then we didn't get Deshaun. So I had to go pull Jameis back out of the trash where I threw him. And now he's back up on my mantle eating double. So I'm back on Jameis. I want to say I never doubted Jameis, but I did for a little bit. But now I'm back on 100%. So we're good. We're good.
I'm thrilled because I need Jameis to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. He is so entertaining. He's the funniest, unintentionally funny person in the whole world. Yes. It is awesome. I love his shit. I love that he's the rah-rah guy. Some quarterbacks are better served not as the rah-rah guy. And he probably shouldn't be a rah-rah guy, but he is, and I love it. And it's awesome.
Whenever he finds out how funny he actually is, that's when he's going to be lame. We have to keep him from knowing how funny he is. So we tweet around him.
Yeah.
Okay, quick question. Matt Breida, who does he play for now?
Dolphins?
Huh?
Dolphins?
No.
He did play for the Dolphins.
Breida the cheetah?
Breida. Okay, in my brain, Matt Breida is still a 49er. Like he's always been a 49er, right?
Yes, but he went to Miami for sure.
Yeah, but no, he's at the Giants now. And he went
I have a question for you.
He went to the Giants from Buffalo.
Wait, Buffalo?
From Buffalo, yeah.
Oh, that's right. He was.
Yeah.
Okay. They just don't run the ball with the running back ever.
I saw that and I was like, wow, I had no idea Matt Breida would even left the Niners.
So same thing happened to me today. So I'm going to ask you a question. Tom Brady led the league in passing last year. Who for the AFC led the league in passing yards last year?
I'm guessing it's not Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. Joe Burrow?
Justin Herbert.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, okay. That's been my projection. I don't know if you remember from the group chat. I think he's gonna go off. I think the Chargers are gonna win the AFC West. I think that's my hot take.
Their signings though, I mean, they traded for Khalil Mack, he's old. JC Jackson, absolute dog. Absolute dog. But Khalil Mack is injury prone and he's going to be playing on that turf, the turf monster, bro. Joey Bosa is the man. Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack are dogs, but I mean, they can't stay healthy. And if those two guys aren't going, that's going to be a problem. And that's a lot of money. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
INT. Come on. I mean, look, if they get that entire defense clicking, and then they got Eckler, who's still playing at a decently high level,
Beast.
Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, who you love, and then Justin Herbert.
Good signing.
His signing he got some bucks.
He got paid.
Good signing. Good signing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a good point. I mean, the Chargers are the Chargers, though. They're going to have to get over that hump, just like the Browns are the Browns. They're like the West Coast Browns, like just a little bit.
I like that.
They always screw it up. I live here, so I hear a lot of talk about San Diego Charger fans, and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, we'll screw it up. Don't worry. Oh, we're winning right now. We're gonna lose. We need 2 field goals. We'll miss all 3." Like bro, like, don't worry, we're gonna fuck this up. And I'm like, you guys are winning. It's like, oh shit, y'all did fuck that up. I didn't know, like, a serious problem that they have. So yeah, Justin Herbert leading the league in passing, but you didn't go anywhere. You have Gus Bradley, the defensive guru, who's going for it on 4th and 6 on your own 30, dude. Like, calm down. So we'll see.
Okay, the last thing, Matt Ryan to the Colts. Who cares?
That's gonna work.
You think so?
I think that's gonna be good. I think, dude, they're gonna win that division. Colts are gonna win that division.
Bold. What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be tough. It's gonna be tough with the Titans, but I think it was a very cheap deal. I mean, the thing is they were able to do that because based off of his contract, Atlanta was trying
the time they had to do it.
Yeah.
And I think what Matt Ryan was like, no, you don't have to pay me then, but you're gonna have to fucking trade me when I say it, bitch.
Yeah.
They did.
Oh yeah. So I don't know. It's not bad. It's a bridge quarterback, for sure.
I hope he sucks.
So we'll see. Actually, I don't know. For me, it's a little bit different perspective because I've always had to hate him. So now I actually see him from a different perspective. I can be like, all right, I actually don't have to hate this guy.
No, dude, did you see Cam Jordan? Cam Jordan tweeted right after Matt Ryan went to the Colts. He's like, oh, hey, do the Saints play the Colts next year? He just loves hitting Matt Ryan. And I want to see him hit Matt Ryan.
Dude, he is such a troll.
I know.
Cam, he throws so much shade at Big Ben. I was like, fuck Cam Jordan. Ben Hall of Famer. He ain't no Hall of Famer. And I'm like, I hate you.
I
actually like him.
One last thing. How did you feel about Tom Brady almost cucking Ben Roethlisberger's retirement?
No, he would have been cucked and he knew it because there would have been hundreds of terrible towels. Go Steelers. Canton is literally down the road. Tom Brady knew that it was going to be maybe half or more than half Steeler fans. Like, you have to understand that. Like, Steeler, we go hard. I mean, we're all over the place. And when Ben gets inducted, that place is going to be filled. And if there's Tom Brady lovers there too, dude, they're not going to stick out as much as the Steelers,
And Canton's 2 hours away from Pittsburgh. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy drive.
Yep.
Steelers fans can make that drive in their sleep. So, yeah.
Imagine if Brady retired and Aaron Rodgers retired. So Ben, Brady, and Rodgers all retired. Just imagine that fucking ceremony.
They should have a Hall of Fame for the Hall of Fame year. So like the Hall of Fame for Hall of Fame classes. This is
the greatest Hall of Fame class of all the Hall of Fame. It's the Hall of Fame Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame of the Hall of Fame.
Love it. That would be crazy.
But let's get to the quarterbacks.
All right.
I did my top 7, but for probably completely different reasons than you did your top 5. And then Joe has a little bit of a recap, or not a recap, a draft analysis. So go with let's start with your QB rankings.
All right. So number 5, I have Desmond Reader.
Number 5, okay.
Yep. And I'd love to deep dive into why and all that. Number 4, Sam Howell.
Okay.
Number 3, Malik Willis.
Okay.
Number 2, Kenny Pickett.
Interesting.
And number 1, hands down, Matt Corral.
Matt Corral?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Hands down. Hands down.
Tell me why Matt Corral.
So he's the most accurate passer out of all the prospects in the draft. He is extremely accurate. He is fucking Drew Brees accurate. Okay. And I don't think anybody, like, that's a bold statement. Like, Drew Brees is
bold.
Accurate. Very bold statement. And I'm not even kidding. I'm talking about even in the past 2 or 3 draft class, like, everyone was like, Tua is so accurate. Like, this motherfucker can drop, like, he can look at the backside, look at the front side, go back to the backside and drop like an 18-yard out route between the coverage. Like, just laser beams. All right. So that to me is like, whoa, holy shit. That's elite. That's why you're the best. The other 4 or 5 guys, they don't have anything to me that's like, whoa, he's really elite at that. No, but Matt Corral, he has that. His fucking feet are like, it's like Kyler Murray and Tom Brady had a baby. Like, he is quick with his feet in the pocket. it's like it's next level, also elite. So all the other guys, they got some feet issues, mechanical issues. He is crazy. And not only is he extremely accurate and has very, very good feet, dude, his release time, it's Aaron Rodgers shit, dude. It's like out of here, and then it's gone. And you're like, how? He's like throwing darts like this. And the ball flies, it zips out of his air. Like Kyler Murray has that jumps out of his hand. Same thing. So he's quick release, like very fast. Just zips it tight, like has all the tools to me to be the number one bona fide quarterback in this draft class. The other thing too is there is kind of some character issues. And when there's really, really good prospects, people try to find things to dumb them down so that they'll have a chance to draft them. And so here's a character issue. This is like the only flaw that you'll find with him. He was in high school and he went to like some hoity-toity high school, and he was getting into altercations with another basketball player. That basketball player happened to be the son of Wayne Gretzky, who's a donor of that high school that they go to. They get into some fist fight. Coral makes him his bitch, basically. And so later on, like 3-4 days ago, he transfers out of that high school, goes somewhere else, finds out Wayne Gretzky's a big donor to the high school and all this shit.
Gotcha.
So then he's like his kid and he had to change his life. So he's like, fuck people and their entitlement, their money and blah, blah, blah. But also he was going to a hoity-toity school himself and went to another one. So like, you know, maybe there's some immaturity there or whatever, but that was in high school, you know? Yeah. So to me, I thought that was actually kind of says a lot about his character. Like, he's not afraid to like stand up for himself. He's a little edgy, and you're going to have some really fucking tough skin to survive in the NFL.
For sure.
So that's kind of why I think he's not. I mean, he has that Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, like just whip from any angle, just crazy quick release. And honestly, I think he just needs to be more patient. Like, he just needs to learn patience, because he's always going to his first read or then just making magic happen. You don't want to see that. You want to see guys kind of go through progressions like Kenny Pickett, Mac Jones, just really good football knowledge. He could work on that. That's definitely fixable. But I mean, when your motion is so quick and like you're just dropping laser beams 20, 30 yards, like that's elite. That's what it takes. And I don't think any guy has that except for him.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of NFL teams and a lot of NFL scouts, they'll throw like smoke screens. And that could be a smoke screen, especially like the last, month leading up to the draft. You see those little smoke bombs go up everywhere.
Yeah. And you also got to take into account too, he had that injury in the bowl game. So, a lot of times they try to use that to
the ankle.
Yeah.
That's a good point. And he played the bowl game. Like, to me, honestly, I kind of like him more now. So he's a little scrappy. He doesn't take shit. He played in a bowl game. Like, to me, I don't know. I like that, Brent. I want a baller. I want someone who's a fucking football player, not just a quarterback. Like, to me, he's like, I'm really fucking good at football. I'm a competitor, and I just play quarterback because I can go like this, throw 20 yards. Like, it's watch his highlights. Like,
he does have a quick release.
Yeah,
you're absolutely
optical fucking illusion. Like, there's a guy in his face, and it's a screen, and he's like jumping out of the guy's face. And then just like flicks a booger, and it's just like a perfect Drew Brees on the money screen pass. So the running back gets it and is already in stride. Like, there's a lot to be said for being extremely accurate in those intermediate routes. Yeah. And Drew Brees, obviously, you guys seen it firsthand. So if he has that type of shit, he's athletic and he's big. Dude, he's like 6'2", 215. I mean,
if he's athletic.
Yeah, So I think, dude, if the Steelers do go quarterback, like, please get this guy from Ole. Like, don't get Pickett, don't get Willis, don't get that's my take. So I don't know.
Can you repeat your list one more time?
So Ritter is 5th. Desmond Ritter is 5th.
Okay.
All right. Sam Howell is 4th.
Okay.
Those two guys to me are like late seconders, third round quarterbacks. Like, okay. I wouldn't even bother, right? They're ass to me. Yeah. Ritter can actually run like Lamar though, so that's the one thing he does have.
Yeah.
Malik Willis, I got him at 3rd, And again, like I do love him. He's not fast like Ritter or Lamar, but he can like run like a running back. And he's got a pair of legs and ass on him. He's thick.
Yeah.
So
Big boy.
he's,
Boy.
you know, he runs like a running back. You cannot arm tackle him. He's got like that Big Ben magic, never say die. People drape all over him, just throwing the fucking ball. Like I like that about Malik. But and then 2 is Kenny Pickett and 1 is Matt Corral.
All right. I'm very similar to you. I kind of went like weird reasons for why I like quarterbacks.
Cool.
And I did the top 7. So number 7 is Bailey Zappi. Is that how you say his name?
I'm actually not familiar with him.
Bailey
so
Zappi.
we'll roll with
I
it.
think he was from Western Kentucky, I think.
I was just gonna say Kentucky too. Fuck yeah.
He was Western Kentucky.
Oh, that he led the NCAA. Oh,
Yeah, he had that. He's like Kenny Pickett. He had one really good season. They were comparing him to Geno Smith, so that was the first red flag. And he has he has no zip on the ball. Okay, now number six is Desmond Ritter, and this is literally because they compared him to Daniel Jones and Marcus Mariota. That's it, and he relies on screen.
He's fast though. He's the fastest out of all of them.
Yes. I'm using weird reasons why I don't like these quarterbacks. Because here's the thing: most of the time, with these projections on how the quarterback's going to turn out, it's like the lot. It's like sometimes like winning the lottery.
It is the lottery. We don't fucking
you
know.
have no idea. Nobody knew Patrick Mahomes was going to be the best quarterback in the nation. So and then number 5, I have Malik Willis. Freak athlete. He's from Atlanta, so I don't like that. I think he's gonna be a shittier Lamar Jackson.
I agree. I honestly agree with you. I think he's completely overhyped, and I bought into the Lamar Jackson hype, but I don't think Malik's got it like that.
Right. Number 4, I have Kenny Pickett, mostly because his last name is Pickett, but he has small hands. He had that one good year and that he's relying heavily on. Now, granted, I do sound like a hypocrite when I say that because I'm a huge Joe Burrow fan, and that literally propelled him to the number 1 draft pick. So I get it. I sound like a hypocrite, but I don't think Kenny Pickett's the guy. Number 3, I got Sam Howell. Great footwork, athletic. The only problem is they compare him to Baker. That's it.
He kind of looks just like Baker.
That's a perfect. It's a perfect comp. It's perfect. The only thing is that Baker has a better throwing motion. Like Sam Howell throws the ball like Dan Marino, like over the top, exaggerated. Like it's never gonna work in the NFL, dude. He's gonna get fucking destroyed.
Number 2, and this is kind of a joke. This is my number 1, but at number 2 is Matt Corral. I agree with you. I think he's the best quarterback in the draft. I think that like he's athletic. He doesn't take contact well, but if you just do like Tom Brady and just don't like move the pocket where you want it, it'll be.
That's what I meant by quick feet, like TB12. So elusive because his feet are like.
Yes. And number 1, and this is just because is Carson Strong, and it's only because he can punt also. Dual threat, dude.
Oh yeah.
Dual
Hell
threat.
yeah.
Dual
Big
threat.
Ben used to punt.
Yeah, he could throw.
I'll send you some plays. He used to do pooch punts.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
well, hey, I love it. Great ranking.
One
thing I want to say about real quick before Joe goes in about Kenny Pickett's hands. So he's probably the only quarterback on the face of this earth that throws with a glove, on his hand.
Yeah.
And that is really weird. And he has like a deformity in his hands. So like when you put your thumbs down, he can't put his thumb as far down as your average human. And that's grew up playing with the glove, Pop Warner and everything. So like his hands are smaller, but also because like you measure this and this, like if I do this, it's going to be smaller. If I do this, it's going to be a lot bigger, right? So he can't really do that. And one more thing too, I thought I had a football, but basically like on the laces of a football, you have like the first starting of the lace. There's 1 gap, 2 gap, 3 gap. All laces are gaps. Like Kyler Murray and Mahomes hold it up here. So they hold the smallest part. So they're only holding like a little bit of the ball and they like, it's a little bit looser. They can do sidearms, and that's why the glove is bad because it sticks to your fucking hand. You can't do those off awkward angle throws like a Kyler Murray. So when you're holding the ball up here instead of like down here, your hand size it's irrelevant
It doesn't
because
really
you're holding a piece of the ball. And I think he holds the ball like that. So like, yeah, the hands are kind of an issue, but he doesn't hold the ball to where it actually matters.
Interesting. Yeah. That's I mean, it's true. I just nobody's ever explained it to me like that. So thank you.
But he's from Pittsburgh. I mean, he played for Pittsburgh.
He did. All right.
I
Joey,
learned about the guy.
You got you got a little NFL draft recap here real quick for us?
Yeah. With post free agency right now, it kind of cleared up some stuff on the draft, and then with the NFL Combine also kind of cleared up some stuff as well. So I got some takeaways from that. One,
Hit me.
this is kind of my take too on this, and it's going to be kind of contradictory to what y'all are talking about as far as the quarterbacks. But with all the free agency moves with quarterbacks, it's kind of a telltale sign that I don't think it's going to be a strong quarterback draft this year. And
No.
I mean, I would be surprised maybe if a quarterback eclipses into the top 15. I don't know.
Not a single quarterback in the top 15.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
I agree that none of these guys except for Corral is worthy of it. But I mean, everybody overdrafts quarterbacks. Like that's just NFL law. Like even though it's wrong and I disagree, like there's no way no quarterback in top 15. That would be the first time ever, right?
I just, with all the moves to how hot they've been, like on grabbing different quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, even Matt Ryan, is becoming a commodity. I mean, Atlanta wasn't even like, oh, we're going to draft a quarterback. They're like, oh, we're going to get Marcus Mariota. That to me,
Yeah, but you can't.
They suck.
You don't think they're going to roll out with Mariota though? They're going to definitely draft. They got to draft a quarterback, you think, and then think about. I mean, even the Steelers. Like, as much as I'm happy we have Mitch, like, they could totally trade up for one of these guys. I mean, there's all these stories about Mike Tomlin drove 8 hours to have dinner with Malik Willis and his family, and they usually never go to small school pro days, but they went to this one and they brought Kevin Colbert. Like it's like they're gonna go for a quarterback and maybe even trade up, even though we signed Mitch Trubisky. And I could totally see a Falcons doing that. They don't have to trade up; they're right there. The Panthers. What the fuck are they gonna do? And then there's teams like I guess you kind of. Yeah, like who else would be Seattle?
That's the thing.
Seattle,
like, I understand.
Seattle's probably going to draft somebody, but I could see them waiting until second round.
Honestly, they could. They really could. You're right.
I understand where you're coming from, but I like his take though. I think it's a good hot take. Like I think it would be the first time, at least in the recent the last 25 years, that a quarterback hasn't been taken in the top 15.
Yeah,
that would be crazy.
I love
But like the Lions could draft a guy.
I think they're gonna stick with Jared Goff, if I'm being honest, man.
But they could still draft a guy though. That's my thing.
I understand. I just don't know if they're gonna waste that high pick.
Yeah, I don't think there's just a guy that you're just gonna go after in the first round. Or, there are not too many guys you're going to go after the first round and be like, okay, yeah, this is going to be my franchise guy,
Like we could have Thibodeau, or we could have this guy that is a quarterback just for, yeah. I mean, hey, dude, you're definitely kind of onto something, dude. That would be sick. I mean, that would be crazy.
Yeah. And the thing is like, you use those bridge quarterbacks, you use bridge quarterbacks until, you get to the next draft where Bryce Young's gonna.
It's loaded. Right. It's loaded up. The next 2 drafts, right? And Archie Manning is gonna commit.
Yeah, but he'll have 3 years. He has to stay in the.
So you got 2 solid ones upcoming, and then you got Archie.
Yeah.
So that's 3 years of definitely gonna be draft picks in the top 15. But you're right.
Also, Alabama.
And knowing that. And knowing that like there's loaded quarterbacks coming furthers your point of no quarterback in the top 15.
Yeah. Also, I think Arch Manning's going to Alabama. Nick Saban.
Yeah, I saw like Nick Saban wouldn't commit to anyone because he's like,
it's a weird take. I like that narrative, so I'm just gonna keep pushing it. And then
I think it's happening. I think it's happening because there was a report that
Oh,
Nick.
shut up. Don't say that. I'm being.
He's trying to.
Oh. LSU's kind of on fire right now, bro.
I know. I like our
It's
quarterback.
doing okay.
Huh?
You had that guy decommit, that super cornerback, right?
No, cornerback? I know we've had a lot of basketball players decommit because of
Oh, that's basketball.
but
Oh, okay.
not
I
sure.
thought
there might have
it's
been cornerback, but
Yeah.
anyway.
who's your coach right now?
Brian, wait, holy shit.
Brian Kelly.
Kelly, yeah.
Yeah.
From Notre Dame.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, now I remember.
Guy
With the
dancing
fake.
with the recruits, yeah.
But,
All
all
right.
right, some other takes. I'll kind of skim through this quickly to get through them all. But it looks like Aiden Hutchinson probably going to be number 1 pick. Jags end up franchise tagging Cam Robinson, which was their big need, offensive tackle. So it looks like they're going to stick with him, and that kind of prompts Aiden Hutchinson up there. As bad as quarterbacks are, cornerbacks seem to be the hot commodity this year. There was two cornerbacks that got kind of big deals. One, Carlton Davis went back to Tampa Bay. The other one, JC Jackson to the Chargers.
Yeah.
But other than that, not really hot on the money scale as for quarterbacks, which leads me to believe that they really do like this draft class. I mean, it's got Ahmad. It leads off the group with Ahmad Sauce Gardner. So like we said, you got to brand yourself with a nickname. Derek Stingley, Trent McDuffie, probably going to be top 20. Andrew Booth and Lean alum from Florida. Yeah, they'll probably round up the first round. So probably quite a bit of people in there. My next take is probably my funny take is that you get a wide receiver, everybody's going to get a wide receiver in this draft.
Yes.
Yes.
It's literally like Oprah for wide receivers.
It really is.
We need one too. We're definitely getting one of them.
I think when Christian Kirk set off the free agency as far as the standard, some of these teams were like, all right, look, we're not going to pay for these wide receivers. We're going to draft them. So like I look for Green Bay. I look for the Saints probably going to draft one with the Mike Thomas situation up in the air. And you got a whole plethora of wide receivers, Garrett Wilson, Drake London, which is a big wide receiver, 6'5", 210, can move as well. Chris Olave,
USC.
Traylon Burks from Arkansas, who I think is the most physical wide receiver in this draft class. Jameson Williams, Jahan Dotson, George Pickens is probably the most underrated one I got in this draft class. I mean, the list goes on. So everybody's going to capitalize with a wide receiver this class. And then the last thing is how bad, I'm going to ask this for both of y'all. How bad do y'all think the Eagles are going to fuck up all 3 first-round picks they have?
Oh yeah.
Dude. Yes. Josh, you go first.
They're gonna pick 3 different Jalen Riegers.
One at a corner, one linebacker. Oh man.
Yeah.
They have 3 first rounders.
3 first-round picks. Now, granted, they are mid-round picks. I want to say it's like 15th, 16th, and 19th.
Pulling it up now.
Yeah,
Wow.
but still, it's
the first
you got
round 3 chances.
Yes,
in the first round.
They're gonna pick 3.
They're gonna fuck them all up.
Yes, that's what I
They're gonna
think
fuck them
in
all
the
up.
draft.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's my takes.
Yeah. All right. You got anything else in the NFL, Chris? I'm about to move on to the NBA real quick.
Let's do it. No, let's go to the NBA.
All right, NBA real quick. Marcus Smart is he dove into, well, they were saying he dove into Steph Curry. And that's why Steph Curry got hurt. They thought it was malicious. I don't think I saw the video. I don't think it was malicious. I just thought it sucked that as soon as Draymond Green came back, Steph Curry gets hurt.
Yeah, I have to apologize to the whole Golden State fan base.
Yes.
I mean, I think I jinxed this one.
You did.
Whenever I was getting excited about them all being back together, and first game, Steph Curry's out for the playoffs.
And of all people too, Curry,
Yeah. So.
Oh, it hurts.
The playoffs are coming up. They are coming up. There's about 2.5 weeks left. I think you said 10 games ish. There's really not. The East is pretty much set. If you look at the East, it's pretty much set. There might be like Toronto, Cleveland, and Chicago all vying for like the 5th, 6th, and 7th spot. But other than that, it's all set. It's the West that you get a little. It gets a little interesting because they got like the Lakers, Nola, San Antonio, all playing for spots in the playing games. And unfortunately for Nola, we're not gonna. I thought we were gonna see Zion. What did he eat too much crawfish or something? Like,
there's a lot of drama going along there because
it's bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one thing is like it's his eating habits comes out, and then it's like, oh, he needs to get like surgery. His injury keeps lingering, and then it comes out that his family doesn't like, and him and his family don't like being in New Orleans. So we really don't know what to really believe. It's just too much drama to be coming out for him. I don't know.
And it's great. That was my last concern with Zion was like, the type of stuff that's happening now, I never thought would happen. He's like a great kid, he goes to Duke, like everyone always said he was respectful. Like, I never thought like, oh, this could happen or like the character is going to be an issue. Like, no, it's the injuries and is he going to get on court? And now it's like just snowballing into one thing after another.
Dude, from the beginning, I think I saw him on draft day. And when they said, I knew he wanted to go to the Knicks. And when they said New Orleans, I saw his face and I knew I'd like, it was just in my head. I was like, this guy does not want to be here. He does not want to be in New Orleans. I think it stemmed from the beginning. I don't think it was ever a question whether he did not want to be in New Orleans.
But it hurts too, because I debated my friend that I thought John Morant was going to be way better.
John Morant's one of the best. What are you talking about? He's like, he'll be MVP next year. That's
what I'm saying. It would have been better if they got Ja instead of Zion.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah.
Which I get why they had to go Zion or whatever, but no, like, why didn't they talk to him? Why couldn't they just figure out that he didn't want to be there and then be like, all right, fine, let's go get Ja then, like
trade the #1 pick or something. Because like they had RJ Barrett that year too. RJ Barrett is tearing it up in New York right now. Dude, he dropped like a 40 burger the other day. He's been doing nuts.
It's crazy. And they need time. They're kids. They're still too young. They need time. Yep.
The only other thing I had for the NBA was LeBron is just the Lakers suck, so LeBron's just going for stats. He's literally just patting them stats.
Yep.
That's all he's got because he just had a triple-double against Cleveland yesterday.
He went nuts. He wants to lead the league in scoring, so he can be like, it's not me.
Yeah.
But really, because I live down here, so I hear tons of Laker talk radio. And basically, when he was like, trade Russ for John Wall, Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss were like, no, fuck you. Like, this is your mess. Like, we're sick of this. Like, we're paying you everything. You live in LA. We let you do your movies. Like, you're totally mogul now. We're not doing this. Like, we're going to play it out. We're going to strip it down and we're going to rebuild and you're part of it. So suck it up and take the money. So now he's like, I guess I'll just ball. And that's what we have. I think it's fascinating because you're just watching the Lakers implode. Like that's awesome.
It's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. You got anything else on the NBA?
No, I will keep more in track with the play-in and the playoff games as they come up. We got a little bit more. We'll get more into the drama of it all. I think, like you said, there's 3 teams already eliminated on the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
I think Miami won their division, which I didn't know that was still a thing.
I guess the division.
They got the top seed. Miami's gonna have the top seed.
Yeah, but we just didn't know.
They haven't clinched it yet.
The division.
They clinched their division though.
We don't know why the division's a thing though.
Didn't know that was the thing. No. But I do love the playing game. Do you like that they're doing that?
Oh, I love the playing.
I do like the playing games.
I think they should do away with the divisions, but because they don't matter. But the playing games are awesome. I like them. Anything else?
No, I think the playing games give it a March Madness feel.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I like brackets.
Smart.
Brackets are like such an American thing. It's great. let's get through. Let's do a little bit of March Madness real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on it because Kentucky busted everybody's bracket. No shocker. Just from an LSU perspective, Will Wade got fired, so no surprise that Iowa State beat us. We did get we did get one of the best blocks I think I've ever seen in a tournament with Eric Gaines literally just flying. He pulled the Michael Jordan. And Chris, have you seen this block? You got to look.
What's his name? I'm looking it up.
Eric Gaines. It literally, he just floats. It's beautiful.
He jumps off the ground a good solid 5 seconds before the guy with the ball goes and jumps for his layup, and he still blocks the mess out of it.
You remember they were doing that invisible box, like they jump over the invisible box. That's what he looked like he did in the air.
He was like stepping up
in
the air.
It's wild.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Yeah. Dude.
I love the NCAA because it's just the purest form of basketball.
I agree.
Just so, oh my goodness. That's like the LeBron chase down, but better.
He
floats, dude.
He got up.
What?
Yeah, man.
Watching it live too, like live action. Oh my goodness. He like yeah, that's the best block ever. There's an invisible box on the court.
There is an invisible box. So St. Peter's beat Kentucky. I just want to let everyone know a couple things about St. Peter's. They're located in New Jersey, not Florida, like I thought. And their mascot is the Peacocks. You got to let them fly. Just gotta let them fucking fly, dude.
I got another take on that. With them being the 15th seed, these guys in this conference is the bracket busters.
Yeah.
So if you remember a while back, the team UMBC was the first 16 seed to take down a number 1 seed when they took Virginia. Yeah.
Wow.
This conference is just churning out some bracket busters.
I'm gonna keep that in mind for next year.
And I'd have to say they have the best mascots. They got the Cocks, and then they UMBC is the Retrievers. Which how can you not love a retriever?
That's a good one. That is great.
That is cool.
God's dog.
If I was in like a small conference like that, I would just go all out on the mascots.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, bring a peacock in the stadium, like a golden retriever in the stadium.
Train it to
can just fly in,
get the crowd going.
Yeah, dude.
Flare out.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome. But
and that guy's penciled mustache is great too. Gotta love it.
Let's see what else I got. Gonzaga's really good, but they won't make it past the Final Four. And Villanova is a great tournament team. Jay Wright's got them playing great basketball.
Always
solid. I think they're my pick to win it. And one other thing I got is I called the Miami versus Auburn game. That's the only thing I got. That's the only good thing I got right this tournament. I had Kentucky going to. So yeah. Do you have anything else on March Madness before we wrap up?
Just last thing, 3 of my top Final Four are still in.
Same.
Duke, Purdue, Arizona, Auburn got busted.
Gotcha.
Your call on that one.
Yeah,
but
it's okay. I had Kentucky going to the championship. So
I was kind of really hoping for an early exit with Duke. I thought that would have been really great.
That would have been great. Fuck Coach
K.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
He did like his farewell tour on senior night.
I know. Fuck him. He cucked the fucking seniors.
Fuck your seniors, bro. Just steal their show.
Jeez.
I didn't see anything with parents or nothing. It was all Coach K.
It was all Coach K. Yeah.
Schmuck.
They were all, he made them all wear shirts like that had his letter or Coach K on it. It was, yeah. Fuck Coach.
Total hubris, dick sucking fest. Just the worst.
Dude. Oh, all right. Before we actually, we're going to wrap up. Chris, beautiful. Thank you. I hope you're doing well.
Yep.
I was in my brain tube. I was thinking Joe and I should make a road trip out to San Diego and film the entire road trip when we get there, we could do some shenanigans and film the shenanigans. Also record an episode while we're in San Diego.
At the nude beach.
At the new.
Bring your passports.
I
And bring your
can we get
passports.
away- Can we get away with that? I mean, we'll just do some video editing. We'll blur it.
We'll blur it out.
Instagram.
Yeah.
You've been on Instagram lately? I see naked bitches on there all the time.
Yeah, but they're hot.
It's true. That's true.
No, we can blur it out or do like the blurry squares thing.
Yeah, we'll have to follow the YouTube protocols.
Yeah. Oh well. But hey, Chris, again, thank you so much.
Yeah, awesome, Chris.
Yeah, we'll
Love you guys. This was fun.
Yeah, we'll have to do this again. Maybe next week.
Yep. Hit me up.
All right. Love you.